Hello everyone, welcome back to the Let's Play. When we last left our heroes, they had escaped the old forest and the Barrow Downs with actual weapons and purses much heavier. So we were heading to Bree. Just going to follow the road here. Bree will not let you in. The gates of Bree will not let you in at night. There actually is a way to hop past it, but I am not going to use such exploits. So we're just going to have to wait for a little while. Okay, we are in the city. Bree, like the Shire, has a whole lot of different quest lines where you go talk to someone to find out something else, to find out something else, to finally get something useful. We want to go a bit south. So, for instance, there's a long list of conversations that will tell us that the blacksmith is a friend of Gandalf. But again, it's not strictly necessary to activate any of those quest lines. You can just run up to the blacksmith, ask him about Gandalf, and get told, here's paragraph 49. Old Gandalf was here last summer, quite an odd fellow, that Gandalf. Said for me to help folk coming out of the Shire, he did. Said Butterbur would send him my way. Said I'd know him when they gave me their right name. So if we say Underhill, like what they said in the books, doesn't. But if we say Baggins, he has a magic shield for Frodo, which, given the level of damage Frodo has taken, I think he could use. Let's head into the Prancing Pony. Paragraph 19. Above the wide arch, a wide flat signboard swings in the breeze, showing a fat pony reared up on its hind legs. On the door was painted white letters, "The Prancing Pony" by Barlaam Butterbur. From somewhere inside, a merry song begins and many cheerful voices loudly join the chorus. Okay, we deliver Nob back home. Nob had stuff? Just a torch. We'll give it to Mary. Now, saying Baggins here will get us some trouble, so let's tell Barlaam a lie. That gives us paragraph 35. Hobbits, cries Mr. Butterbur. Now what does that remind me of? And you say your name is Underhill? Underhill. There's something I should remember about that name, but one thing drives out another, you know. It'll come back when I have time to think. Nob will make up your rooms. There's a blaze in the parlor, and food will be along soon. Hi, Nob, he shouts. Nob, where are you woolly-footed slowcoach? Turning back to you, he says, if you have any ponies, I'll have Bob see to it that they're taken care of. You know, it's funny, for a minor character like Butterbur, I think he might be one of the most mimetic characters in fantasy. Almost all innkeepers in fantasy novels, at least that I've read, tend to be fat and losing their hair, which seems to come straight out of Barley over here. But let's continue on with our looting. There are several people in the tavern, in the common room here. We can talk to Bill Fernie. I wonder who damaged him. I mean, he is annoying, and maybe someone punched him in the face, but we can see over here that his life bar's been damaged. You're kind of a jackass, aren't you? Oh, I'm sure nothing could go wrong talking to this stranger. Okay. You'd think that, you know, with Aragorn being the chief of the Rangers, our actual ranger Hawkeye here would recognize him. We did heal a bit, and I'm going to heal some more from using the hot food. Who else is damaged? Okay, he'll just have some of the rations he was holding. Hawkeye will... And yes, it's very dangerous to wander around Bree at night, which is one of the reasons why I'm skipping over most of the actual find out everything, quote unquote, honestly. Black Riders can attack you in Bree. So what's his price? Again, you'd think that Hawkeye would get some sort of recognition, but I imagine they didn't expect you to be able to bring him out of the Shire. Now, Aragorn, as befitting the last king of the Dunedain, has awesome stats. He also knows 3 words of power and has a full set of 10 skills. So we are putting him in charge. I'm just going to do some inventory management for a moment. Trade. Pony's going to load up on the food for now. You only have a certain distance for how much you can trade, so I just didn't want to lose the hot food while I moved around to re-scramble everyone. We'll give Sam the cloth armor, and Sam will trade all that Athelis we've been collecting to the ranger. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Aragorn will give a torch to Sam. And the rations. So now that it's day, it's safe to move around again. Let's go this way. We will break into some random hobbit's hole, because we are the good guys. Quite spacious, actually. I wonder if they really... not sure they had plumbing in Middle-earth. I think this is supposed to be a toilet. Stocks. I don't know what's going on exactly here. I would have thought that some random hobbit would not want to come along when total strangers break into his house. But he's in our crew now. Ned kind of sucks. He has no skills, no magic, and kind of wimpy stats. But he can hold a torch, which is somewhat useful, I suppose. More seriously, I'm skipping ahead a bit. If you come back after going to Rivendell, you'll find his place smashed up and Ned disappeared with some lines of text in the game indicating that he'd been murdered. I kind of want to save him, so I'm going to press gang him. We're going to get off the road here. There is this sub-quest that the game has about Gandalf's letter to Barlaam not merely being lost, but actually being torn in two, and this bandit chief here having one of the pieces, but he doesn't like rangers, so you can't talk to him with Aragorn. You have to go get this torque hidden in the south end of Bree. It's honestly pretty worthless, but so I'm just going to skip over it, but I did want to recognize that it is something that happens in the game. So now that we got him home, Nob has a little reward for us. I'm going to give it to Druin because it's Durin's pick, but I am going to have to trade away some things so that he can hold on to it. Let's give him some rations, but I think a dwarf should be holding the pick. let's see, what else is there to do in around here? Little Fernie has a thing. He'll sell you the pony. We can pay 12 silver pieces for the pony, which is something they pulled straight out of the books. It's apparently triple what a pony is worth. But we can actually stiff Fernie if we use recruit instead of get. We now have the pony and we still have the same amount of money. So, haha. I think, are we up to 10 people? 5 hobbits, 2 ponies, a dwarf, 2 men. Yep, we're at 10 people. So we're actually at the fellowship max and cannot recruit any more followers. I'm going to head down here to unload a huge amount of cash on a jeweler for reasons that I will leave cryptic probably until the next episode of this. We can buy green skulls, which I suppose we could afford one, but I do want 19 gold rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got a full inventory. I'm going to discard some stuff that we're not using, like the gate key we don't need. 1, 2, 3. So we're at 12. Need 7 more. Okay. 4 more. Well, Frodo still heard of it. 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 is 16, so we need 3 more. And I guess Hawkeye will get the remaining 3. That blew a big hole in our pocket, but it will be worth it. There's also something up north. I can never remember which one of the villages are which. In the books, there's 4 little villages next to each other: Bree, Archit, Staddle, and Coombe. The game only has 3. I can't remember which one is which, though, although the big one is Bree. If we talk to someone around the greater complex, we'll learn that the healer up here likes mushrooms. So if we go here, I think Hawkeye's carrying the mushrooms, so we're going to need to get him close enough to the healer to trade him some. He gives us some Athelis and some Elfdraught, which is a better food than the mushrooms in terms of healing potential. Little tip: I've been generally avoiding buying food because I've been avoiding fights for the most part, but over here you can get mushrooms which heal for 3 for the cost of 1 silver penny, which is the best deal you're going to get in this game. Back down. Now, this is the Forsaken Inn. The books, describe it as being about a day's march east of Bree. At least the game-wise, it seems to be a few hundred feet. If we go in here, it's this room. We can find a little underground passageway. Now, the game wants you to buy a green skull to get the cryptic hint from the ghost. I have better uses for our money, and besides which, you can actually find the treasure here by just stumbling around blindly. or knowing where it is because you played the game before. But there actually is, like, the game, I'm not sure if it's visible on the video, but the game will actually briefly stop when you stumble across triggers. So we can see that there is something buried here. And let's see if Druin with no, I guess we'll need the shovel. Paragraph 253 says, a note says, this is Galadriel's token. It is a symbol of the friendship of the Eldar and the Nogrim. 2 of these were made long ago by Queen Galadriel to King Durin when he helped her escape from Sauron during the Ancient Wars. Only 1 other token is known to exist in Moria. This token is used as one of the safeguards to prevent Durin's axe from falling into the hands of our enemies. The other is the Golden Wheel. Only with these items can Durin's axe be regained. So that sounds somewhat important. We will, of course, take the token if we have someone with, I guess Hawkeye will pick it up. I do find it somewhat amusing that they use the term Nogrim here. Nogrim means stunted ones and is every bit as much of a slur as it sounds. So some friendship there. Here's some tombs. I don't know why someone who fell at the oh, I guess it doesn't say they fell at the Battle of Fire, just that they fought here. But I'm not sure why they'd be buried thousands of miles away from their homes in the Iron Hills over in Eriador. And apparently we must be near some old, I guess around Bree would still have been Cardolan. If we go east from we can find some Athelis. So I think he's got a lot of doses now. And the only other major thing of note in this map is Weathertop. Bizarrely enough, for something that's so important to the narrative in the books, there really is no reason to go to Weathertop in the game. You can find a copy of the Word of Power Luthien, but you can get that much more easily right in Bag End, and you can find some pieces of Anduril, which, again, for some inexplicable reason, are scattered throughout the West. But the main reason to go to Weathertop would be to fight a bunch of Nazgul and probably get killed. So I am going to skip over that and continue our min-maxing and head to Rivendell's area. Since I've kind of been doing 1 map per session, I think I will stop here. Next session will be quite a bit longer and hopefully more entertaining. Catch you guys soon.